Unable to open map. Hysterical. I can never set this up right. Okay, let's just... I could go watch a video. I remember the guy behind Shadow of Liberty suggested a Japerino video for me to look at, but... God damn, I can't bring myself to look at it right now. Nothing against Japerino, it's just like... Oh, that sounds like work. Like, seriously, I put off doing my actual work. Come on. Okay, it's not opening within that, so we have to... here... Some maps won't open from the folder to the editor. You have to open them within the editor itself. But yeah, it just sounds like work, and like I put off doing my own actual work. You know? So... Well, what chance does this have? If you're curious what I mean by my own actual work, I'm not employed or anything. I won't be for very long. What I'm talking about is I'm a wannabe writer. I have like 5 novels in my head, and I'm trying to work on one of them. But I wrote a chapter, a bit of a second one, realizing that, you know what, this works better as a chapter 4 and 5 than a chapter 1. So I'm putting it off. To be honest, it works as chapter 1, but part of me feels like basically there needs to be a bit more to one of the characters', you know, motivation first. So everything has to be put off for it. So now I have to go rewrite chapter 1, then 2, and then make a third one. Then I could bring in chapter 4, though with some rewrites, and then chapter 5. And it's actually part of my work. I'm actually trying to read a novel with the idea towards actual like writing and the like of it, like uses of punctuation, the structuring of sentences, how that kind of thing. Like normally when I'm reading, I just chew through it and rush it. But here I have to actually take an eye to how to apply it to my own thing. The only awkward side of it is I'm looking at Dan Abnett's The Unremembered Empire and using it to help me write a romance novel. So, yeah, the Horus Heresy, on Valentine's Day. I'm joking. I'm not, it's just, like I was saying, it's just looking at it for punctuation and how to structure a sentence in a paragraph and the like. It's been quite a while since I took an English class, so I'm after getting a bit rusty in that regard. And even then, I don't remember ever learning actual proper allocations of commas within it. Certainly not a semicolon. I only knew they exist because a guy made a joke about, ladies love a good semicolon placement. If I remember, when I'm editing, I will try and give you a double episode to compensate for this rambling. But, yeah. Just like using this to, like, see how things should be structured and the like, Like normally, like between paragraphs, I leave an empty line, but here he has none. It's just only during like significant changes is it an extra space. It is an empty line, so it's just like it's been a while since I've read a novel. I've been reading tons of manga, but that's a different thing. Still useful for me, but it's a different thing nonetheless. So yeah, it is actually pretty useful. Interesting enough read too so far, but I've only read a bit of the first chapter and a bit of the second. I keep forgetting I have it, so I keep not reading it. hopefully you have vision. I don't know if you do or not. And if I out-tab, it's gonna piss with me. So I'll read this, then I'll see if you have vision, and we'll go from there. Act 2. Mission 2. The enemy of my enemy. 3 days have passed since the House Rejects made landfall on Parsia. Landing on the capital city of Stapborough, they quickly established an outpost within District 54. Didn't take long for the Parsian remnants to arrive at the site to confront them. The revelation of Zerg under the lie that the aliens are consuming the quadrant. Harsh has managed to convince Major Pike, the leader of the local military, of the reason for being there. Thanks to that, to being granted permission to stay on the planet on a very short leash. The House Rejects are to remain close to the battlecruiser, risk sparking a conflict. Such has frustrated McCready, as unable to find mineral clusters or Vespene geysers anywhere. Furthermore, most of them, especially Sam, harbor the lingering fear that Parsians will turn hostile and attempt to steal the Heimdall. To remnants, any ship is priceless, as it opens the possibility of abandoning Parsia, and a Hammerhead battlecruiser can easily assure that. Still, all is well in comparison to the hardship they face on Duros 3. Finally seems like they managed to find a shred of peace, the calm before the storm. Let the turrets destroy the enemy for you. Stacking them directly will prove costly. Good map control is key to defending all vital points and resource transports, as well as they will only award half the yield if destroyed. You have no vision right now. Yeah, you should have vision. You did have vision there because I exited off the thing. Okay, genius. Yeah, you had vision, presumably. And I'm actually recording. Hear me, hear the game. I'm actually recording, and you can see it. Good. Hard. The enemy of my enemy. House Rejects perimeter, District 54, Planet Parsia, Prime System, 1 minute past 10 local time. AM. Alright, Sam, it's that time of day. How's the Heimdall doing? McCready's was just here. He's been unable to find mineral clusters anywhere. If you want resources within cities, scavenging or reverse transmogrifying the minerals is the only way to go. Also, I've had to deal with a very angry Dr. Parrish. What's up with that wet blanket? Turns out, can't find the alien power core anywhere. It seemed like. Don't tell me we left that truck on Duros 3. Oh shit. Yeah, Jared. So Parrish loses his project, and we weapon of mass destruction. Christ. What about the other doctor? Heimer. Cooped up in the labs, running tests on the tube man. Already told her to keep us updated. Good. No other Parisian hosts. They've been strolling over inside our perimeter, interacting with our men every now and then. Small talk mostly. They do seem to be accepting our presence. No reports of conflicts at all. Keep an eye on their patrol patterns either way. Already on it. Ah, another thing. Managed to intercept Federation chatter. Heard confirmation from Phoenix Squadron on Duros 3. They went ahead with Oblivion. Zerg are gone, Jared. Gone along with everyone else in that rock. What's the death toll, Sam? You might have to die for the Zerg to be killed. Jared, there were outposts and settlements all over the planet. Mostly unregistered ones. Sam, I know you ran the numbers and estimates by now. Just say it. Roughly 2 million. 2 million. we've only saved 6,000. Makes it seem like nothing. Doubt the refugees would agree. Reese took about 5,000 with him, and we have a close to 1,000 here. And 6,000 souls we got to see in another day. How are they? Our refugees. So we're getting pissed off that we're keeping them locked up inside the Heim, though. I bet they are. I just don't know where we go from here, Sam. The Federation is entering full-scale war with the UEC, and we're wanted for treason. For now, we need the peace we're getting here. UEC. Is Red being kept in good health? Still enjoying the hospitality of our brig. He's fine. When will you deal with what I requested? Now, thanks for the update, Sam. Void, a word. Sir? I had a look at your rifle. Weren't you just serving aboard the Tempestus during the war? You're the ship's first mate. Fleet Captain Hargrave was grooming you to take over for him once he retired. You could have spent the last 10 years commanding your own hammerhead. Why would you resign and enlist in ground forces? Invasion Day, Captain. I sit safely on the bridge of the Tempestus, watching all the men dying on the surface. Not able to do much more than order strikes that mostly missed their targets. I felt like I was cheating. I get drawn the bigger straw, and everyone landing on Stratborough had shorter ones. Oh, fine. How can I relate? However, we do need more of your commanding experience. Sam needs help to run the Heimdall. I'll be running the show, but we need a proper fleet captain. So you want me on the bridge? Yeah, Cap. I can do that. The dog. Here, boy. Come here. Making friends, Eps? Oh, he looks like a good boy. Refugee kids are gonna love him. Jared, come in. Come in. We've incoming. Look lively, people. What are we talking about, Sam? Hundreds of pods entering the atmosphere. Shit. Federation or UEC? Zerg. IFF unknown. Oh. Oh, no. God, no. It's not possible. Here's Zergy! Not sure if Odyssey is safe, custom music-wise. It's the Zerg. Damn friggin' things are still alive. How can it be? How did it get here? All those people. On Tour 3. Jared, Parisians are coming. So, boys, believe me now? Captain Masterson. It's one of those days I thought I'd never see. I had to explain to my men, and myself, why the skies are raining alien creatures. Right. Remember what I said about planets being infested? I didn't believe a single word of it. Assumed you and your men were just making a pit stop for defecting to those UEC Earth people. Don't look surprised. We do intercept a lot of communication. But more importantly, how much of a threat are these aliens? Kill them as fast as possible, Major Pike. The longer we take, the more settled they become. They're just animals fed. Don't underestimate them. We've seen them down battle cruisers. We need to start exterminating them, and we need resources to do it. Major. Joining forces with Fez to defend Parja. Seems the enemy of my enemy is indeed my friend. Something like that. Sure. Alright. We've scrapping operations around the district. I'll tell them to send transports your way. My own forces scramble. Time to earn your keep, Captain. Sam, tell us what you can see. Right. Possibilities. Parisians never dismantled the AT-45 turrets. Creedy, are you following? Yeah. I hear you, Sam. Yeah. They look repairable. Okay, roll with a plan then. McCready, we need fast-moving forces to secure those resources and transports. Cheap as well. Hellions are always a good option. I'll also load up vulture schematics. Play their minds on the transport routes. Epps, get the dog out of here. Come on, boy. Yeah, don't need a rover whisk. We need open space. Clear these containers. Get it done. Peacetime is over, people. Let's burn those bastards down. District 54. I don't... Ah, this doesn't have any sound effects on, because this settings are slightly different to the base game stuff, the normal game stuff. District 54 was a sector of Stratborough assigned to the Outer Gods on the first wave during the I Day. Being familiar terrain, Harsh chose to direct Heimdall to land here and try to establish an outpost. The local remnants of the Persian military appear to be few in numbers, though they most certainly be. The local remnants of Persian military appear to be few in numbers, though they must certainly be in contact with larger squads from neighbouring districts. Like all Persia, and unlike on D-Day, it's been turned into a crumbled wasteland devoid of resources. Reuben Floyd was born on Lopsloy, one of the 3 moons of the behemoth planet Terrastar. Along with his parents and 5 brothers, he left to Persia dreaming of a better life. However, before the ship he was traveling in entered the planet's atmosphere, they informed the declaration of war given to the Persian collective by the Federation warfare. Choosing allegiance to the Federation, ship's pilots turned around and flew instead to Torque 2, about to be renamed Centilius. This man's unilateral choice led Floyd to eventually, but willingly and proudly, join the war on the Federation's side. It's funny, it's the butterfly effect. Again, I just need a bit of tissue. The Heimdall steals too much space from other structures in your outpost, but without... The Heimdall steals too much space from your other structures in your outpost, without the need to run mining operations. Maintaining command center is unnecessary. Fortunately, battlecruisers can be used in its stead to manufacture SCVs and execute scanner sweeps. Heimdall destroyed, all is lost. The AT-45 turrets are weapons of magnificent power that were sabotaged by Federation spies hours before the invasion of Persia 10 years ago. Now it's time to repair them and unleash their destruction on the Zerg. Once the repairs on a turret start, the enemy will most likely try to destroy it. Defend the repair turrets at all times so they can periodically attack the Zerg bases and slowly obliterate all alien presence in District 54. Actually thinking about it, Persia, their military forces are so reduced. The Zerg will gain a foothold here regardless of what we do, and will be able to push us out eventually. Ultimately, clearing 54 is good for us, but eventually, the planet will be taken. Just think about it, like. We have Persian forces coming to help, but some of the roads are blocked. We'll get it cleared for them. So much here, I just feel kind of overwhelmed right now.
Roger. Yo. Yeah. Yep.
This way. Transports will start moving out in a while. We need those minerals. Keep the vehicles in one piece. Oh yes, I can save. If you're going to start repairing turrets, make sure they're defended. Zerg will probably try to wreck them. Captain, hand those long-range cannons are ready put to hurt on the Zerg. Keep them loaded. We may need to defend those transports. Okay, rush ahead. Make sure that transport rhymes at the Heimdall. Okay, I got close to it, and that was enough to trigger it as a... to get the Zerg to acknowledge it, I guess. Okay. Everyone, muster. Down here.
Go ahead. Well, butter my biscuit. Gotcha. Sure thing. You're the boss.
The doctor is in.
Yep. This better be good. Sure thing.
The doctor.
In the rear with the gear.
Okay, don't actually have Jared here. It's fine, it's just having a hero unit is a useful destination point for guys. Don't think I've marched close enough for that to be targeted. Reactor, reactor, loose armor.
Upgrade complete.
Thought I put one next to this. Oh. Did that get cancelled?
Our allies are being attacked. Add-on complete.
Armed and ready.
Tech has reached the Heimdall. That's easily doable.
Not enough minerals.
Got nothing.
What's going on?
Get back here.
Yeah. By the number.
3 minutes for the next one. Get this. There.
Upgrade complete.
Who wants some?
Okay, everyone this way.
Additional supply depots required.
Relics.
base is under attack.
They're under attack now.
Go ahead.
Research complete.
You gonna give me orders? Bad news?
Shoot this down. Come on. Ah. These. So that explains those guys earlier. Oh, the next transport's over there. Frogs.
Base is under attack.
Move back. Move over here. Move down.
Our allies are being attacked.
They'll provide a valid distraction. And I do want to start getting the turrets up.
Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, frogs.
Our allies are being attacked.
Should have repaired that. I keep forgetting to save.
Our allies are being attacked.
You're the boss. By the numbers, boys.
Okay. They took an awkward path, but all worked out. Everyone's fine.
Can't wait.
Attack.